Mic test, let's go. Yo, 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 it is your boy, Nice versus Wild, and you're listening to another episode of Beowulf Sessions. Thank you for tuning in. Now, this isn't just any other Beowulf session. This is session number 100. Can you believe it? We've showed up every single Monday for the last 100 Mondays in a row. Now, let me paint this picture for you guys, all right? Imagine all the shit life throws at us. Imagine all the sacrifices. Imagine all the problems. Imagine all the people that you care about. Imagine close ones dying. All the processes of life and the experiences that we go through, and still be able to show up every single Monday, even on the days I definitely didn't want to show up. There's been so many Mondays, there's so many sessions throughout the 100 where I did not feel like recording a session or even just talking or even just showing up. But I pushed through the feelings and wanted to still show up for the community, for everybody listening every single week. And I just want to make this session a massive celebration session for everybody showing up for me, for the session, for the podcast, for the movement. And I genuinely appreciate it every single week. Now, if this is your first time listening and you don't know who the heck I am and you suddenly jumped on the 100 episode, man, you chose probably the best episode to show up on. My name is Nigel Sashil. I'm a full-time creative entrepreneur from South Auckland. I was born in a rural Fijian village called Lambasa, Bunileka, and my mission in life is to write a story that beats longer than my heart. Now, in this session, I've written a bunch of things which I've been holding out for, which I'm really excited to share with you guys in this 100th episode. Throughout this whole sort of journey, right, I didn't realize how far we could take this. When I started, I was nervous. I was like, damn, am I going to even be able to talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Or am I ever going to be able to articulate my ideas? I didn't have a lot of self-confidence, even in myself. And I think whenever we start something, we sometimes, don't realize the things that can happen in the process of trying, and the learnings that come from the process of trying. And even from episode 1 to 10 or 1 to 20, 1 to 30, I really didn't really know what I was actually doing and which direction I kind of wanted to take it. And as the episodes went, as the self-discovery went, as the learnings came, I started to realize that there was so much self-learning, self-reflections. There's so much good things coming out. And I started to get what's called clarity. Brand clarity, not only in these Beowulf sessions, but outside of these sessions, like in my relationships, in my businesses. I managed to scale up my creative agency feature. I managed to really build strong connections with creative entrepreneurs, business owners, and artists. And I started to build and attract the people that I really wanted to have conversations with or sit with in terms of dinner table conversations, and really just build strong relationships. And a lot of times we don't see those outcomes because sometimes we're nervous to start. And I think when I look back now over the 100 episodes, the amount of things that went through my head of, shit, should I still show up every single Monday? Or damn, am I doing this right? Or man, I'm saying the wrong things. Or what the heck am I doing with my life? Like, you trust me, I've been through it all. But it's in those nervous moments, in those uncertainty, that some of the greatest thought processes and ideas came to life. And I just want to share with you guys, my inner creativity really came to light. And my stress levels went down. And this is probably one of my greatest outlets, and I look forward to every single week now. And it's a habit that I created just by, having fun and not really getting attached to outcomes. I didn't really know where the heck I was going to take it. And I still don't know, to be honest, in most occasions. But it's the freedom of that creativity that brings some of the greatest ideas to life. And I want to just say thank you for your presence. Whether you've listened to a 1 episode or 10 episodes, it's been a heck of a ride. And I want to kind of dive into a couple of things in this session, which is really just going to give you guys a little bit of an insight in terms of the key learnings. I think one of the biggest pillars that these sessions have really brought to life is igniting the inner child and the inner artist. And I think a lot of times as we get older, as we move in life and get busy or get commitments or get world problems in our heads, we start to forget and lose our inner movement, inner joy, inner happiness, inner artist. And I think one of the greatest things that these sessions have taught me, to find that inner kid, find that inner artist consistently on a weekly basis. And I think a lot of times people find this in different ways. You might be a writer, you might be writing journals, you might be writing a book, you might be drawing, you might be making content, you might be running, you might be exercising, you might be going to the gym. Whatever outlet that you've created to help you drive and create and find your inner kid and your inner artist is so vital for your inner peace and your inner purpose. And I think a lot of times we can get lost in our lives at moments of, when things get a little bit hard or things get a little bit difficult. And I can't tell you how many things I went through over the last 100 episodes, and the things that happen consistently on a monthly, weekly basis. And, like my dad went through a stroke, my dog passed away, and just going through these sacrifices and these changes, and seeing people getting hurt and people feeling down and people being emotionally drained, and losing loved ones, losing extended families, and realizing that, life moves very, very quickly. And if we don't even get out there and try and go after the things that we love, sometimes we start feeling like that, there's no meaning to any of this. And I just want to, remind you guys that, whatever outlet, whatever creative project or passion project or whatever thing that you're going after in your life, I want you to realize that you must create some sort of habit in order to bring back that inner kid, that inner artist. Because that inner artist is what is one of the greatest fuel that's going to help you to go the distance in whatever you're pursuing in your life, in whatever existence you're trying to bring, or whatever worldview you're trying to create, or whatever peace you're trying to find in yourself. And I just want to highlight that pillar with a lot of emphasis. And I think it was probably one of the greatest learnings over the last 100 episodes, to be honest. Now, the other side of this is, doing these 100 episodes over the last 100 Mondays, I didn't realize the external impact it was going to create on others. And not only that, the external impact that was going to create in my other businesses and my other brand, because the self-education and the connection really created a whole new brand clarity in my brain. And I'm going to identify this as brand clarity, because a lot of times we get fucking wrapped in our heads, man. So many times over and over again, especially if you're listening to this, you're a business owner, you're an artist, you're a creative, and you don't really know what the fuck to do sometimes, because you're just so trapped in your own thoughts and your own processes. And you've got so many great ideas, but you don't know how to execute it. And I think mental clarity and reflection every single Monday, consistently, every single week, help me to plan my executions, plan my strategies, plan my thought processes. And I really want you to do this consistently for as long as you possibly can. Because even when I didn't feel like it, even when people around me weren't even showing up, or even if I didn't feel like showing up, regardless of the feeling, I kept consistent and I kept to those strategies, and I still got mental clarity in my own business in terms of the ideas and the thought processes. Like, for example, which direction I wanted to take feature weddings, what relationships I need to build in the industry, or the little task and the duties and the responsibilities and the day-to-day action that's going to be required for us to be able to go to the next level and be able to scale as a creative agency. So I didn't realize, besides doing these 100 episodes, I didn't realize how much of a massive impact it was going to have on the businesses. And over the last 12 months, I feel like I made 12 years worth of ground, in 12 months. And I know I've spoken about that quite a lot in a lot of episodes. And in the next 100 episodes, we're going to really challenge every thought processes that I've kind of had in the last 100 episodes, and really just give you guys insights of my mistakes, my learnings, and hopefully help you in your own journey as you craft your way in this life. And I think mental clarity, huge pillar, to be honest. And the third element to these 100 episodes, which sometimes I realize that it's a weird feeling, and it gives me so much of my inner why. And the last pillar is, I didn't realize the amazing community that this was going to bring. And man, we've got so many people listening to these episodes every single week, people reaching out to me, messaging me, and it's very intimate. And I think you have to, there's a special type of individual that listens to these sessions every single week. And I just want to say that thank you. Thank you for keeping me going on the days that I genuinely felt like giving up. And I know who you are, and the people that reach out to me and on a day-to-day basis, and it's very intimate, and I like using that word because it's very small niched, because not everything that we say in these episodes is going to relate to everybody, and I kept it that way. I generally, in these last 100 episodes, I never wanted to feel like a sellout. I never wanted to feel like I didn't do it my way. And I think as I get older and as I get more mature or less reactive, I start to realize that me being and staying true to my values and my intentions and my truth, I start to open my mind even more, and I start to become a person that I genuinely, like I've always said, that I've always wanted to become. And more that I stay in line with my vision and my thought processes, I start to awaken more of that inner kid. And I hope I inspire you. I hope I spark a light in every session, every single week. And thank you for being part of this community. And I will, to this day, till I hit the grave, and I've always said it, I'm going to take this shit to the grave, and I will always stay true to my intentions, stay true to my community, and I'll never be a sellout. And because this journey was never about any of that, and it was always about empowering the younger generation, always empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs, next generation of artists. And I've said so many things this year that I am really sticking true to my value, and I just want to say thank you for being part of this community, really, and helping me unlock and discover who I could have, who I'm becoming every single day, and let's keep it rolling. The next 100 sessions is going to be out of this wire. That's what I'm going to say. So yeah, so those three pillars have just been the foundation of the last sort of 100 episodes. The first one, obviously, you've got the inner artist being awakened, the inner kid. The third pillar is, the second pillar is the mental clarity, the brand clarity, the external clarity, being able to consistently show up every single Monday, giving me confidence in my own business, in my own conversations. And that third pillar, which is literally the foundation to everything else we do, part of the Be a Wolf movement and showing up on every single Be a Wolf session, is that community. Community, helping community, people helping people, and also identifying what impact and change we can create in our communities. And I genuinely appreciate the community for showing up and listening to every single episode. So yeah, 100 episodes, man. I'm just like buzzing out right now, to be honest. And I remember when I first started, and I kind of spoke about this last week, is they were saying that like some podcast sessions only make it to 25 before people give up. And I'm just like, I had no idea that I was going to be able to take this to 100 or even be able to talk in front of a camera after 100 episodes or record 100 audio sessions. So I genuinely am out of this world. Okay. And my brain's out of this world while I'm recording this. So as we kind of look forward to the future, I think the next 100 episodes is going to be very, very guest driven. Because now we've done this for 100 episodes over and over again, and I've practiced the questions that I generally enjoy talking about, and the audience that I want to talk to. I generally feel like the last 100 episodes have been a massive discovery, It's been a massive awakening in terms of the people I want to associate with, and the peers I want to be around, or the sense of belonging I want to create in this world, and the story I want to write with my life. And the last 100 episodes have just been like an intro to what's to come. And if you have resonated with any of the episodes, there's something there. And I want you to dig deeper. I want you to discover yourself. I want you to find your art and find your inner kid and make it happen. So yeah, before we kind of close out the session, there's something I wrote a long time ago, which I never really had the chance to share. And I wanted to share it on the 100 episode to really give you guys something to walk away with in whatever path and whatever journey you're on, okay? Now, I always say this line, I'm trying to write a story that beats longer than my heart. Now, I'm a big believer that our life is like books, genuinely like books. Some people only see the cover. Some people only read the intro. Sometimes we have many critics, many people that doubt our abilities. But only a few truly understand the intent and the purpose. And the few that do, there's always a reason for that. So, as I leave you on this 100th session of Be a Wolf, I want you to remember, whatever book you're writing right now, whatever life story that you're writing, whatever relationships that you're building, don't worry about the critics. Don't worry about the outcome. Don't even worry about who's reading the book. Just keep going. Because as the puzzle fits, as the story comes together, as the narratives change, the few will always turn into many. And even if it doesn't, the few that showed up was always meant to show up. So yeah, keep being you, keep being a wolf. I'll see you on session number 101 next week. Let's go. Peace and love, fam. Woo! 100 episodes, man. Can't believe it. It's been a heck of a journey. Now let's take this shit to 500. Woo! Keep being a wolf. Keep going. Let's go.